Hello. It's me. Back at it again. Writing on camera. Right now, I've written a little over 2,000 words already today. But I'm gonna keep writing because I didn't write yesterday, so I'm hoping to get like 5,000 words written today. So it's a fun day for me. That's why we don't procrastinate, children. I'm right now working on the novel I'm handwriting. I don't know if I've said this in a video on my channel yet, but there is some evidence to support that there's a benefit to handwriting a novel before typing it. And like, it makes sense that you write it by hand, you have to write slower, and you can type. Your brain has to think through the words a little bit more, and then when you have to transpose it to type, you will fix errors as you go along and hopefully produce a cleaner first draft. I guess second draft, because this would obviously be the first draft. But obviously I can only like handwrite so much before my hand cramps. So I wrote 2,000 words typed in a different project, and now I'm going to handwrite until my hand seizes up. So write with me. Since that's supposedly the point of these live streams, right? Just to prove to you that I'm writing, I'm gonna show you. I have tea with me. It's apple, cinnamon, chai, whatever. One of the books I'm currently reading 6 different books because I'm that kind of person. And a leaf because I guess writing all day gave me a headache. Or the fact that I've only had 1 cup of coffee today, and usually I have like 3, so like my caffeine, I think I'm getting like a caffeine deprived headache, but I'm trying to switch to more tea and replace some of my caffeine with tea instead of coffee, but it does come with headaches. So this is my pen. 5 points to whoever knows what this is. The fun thing about writing is, and this is probably like a bad habit, but I tend to get some basic world building done ahead of time, as I did with this one, and I plotted it out ahead of time, which is a new thing for me. But as I'm writing, new aspects of the world like come to me like kind of organically, which means that eventually down the line I will have to change the beginning because world has come to me more, and things I didn't know in the beginning I will know by the end. But I don't mind that kind of editing. What really sucks is like substantial plot edits, and hopefully by plotting out the novel ahead of time I won't have to do that. Hopefully. So I'm gonna try and write for 10 minutes straight and just write. So if you're writing with me, we're gonna do a writing script for like 10 minutes, but you can type yours. So Okay. That was like 12. Looks at my wrist. There's no watch there. That was about 12 minutes, but I have to finish up my idea. So, we're gonna have some tea. And give my hand a rest because I wrote maybe like a page, right? Like I'd say if I started here, this line on this page, and then got to here. It's hard with one hand, but I'm going to hold my tea. Yeah, that's like a page. And my hand's already cramping, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hold out with this experiment. Unless my hand muscles start to adjust rather quickly, because I can probably only write. I mean, that can't be more than what, 200 words? I can't write more than that before my hand starts cramping like nobody's business. I didn't sleep that long enough. That's a shame. And you know, it's not an effective way to write a novel is to only be able to write like one page before you have to take a break. Especially one that I think is going to be at least 100,000 words. Hence why I don't want it to be my debut. It's quite long for a debut. Like I think it'll be anywhere between 100 and 20, if we're being honest with myself. And 150,000 words. It'll be less when I write my first, like when I type up my first draft, it'll probably be less because I'm the world's worst underwriter, but by the time it's done, it'll be at least 120,000 words. Which is kind of a big novel for a debut, even in adult fantasy. So, hopefully, it's not my debut, but who knows? So, Gimli's eating his dinner, or I guess his breakfast. He never finished his breakfast. He's like that. I said I'm reading 6 books, so while I drink some tea and let my hand, like, I don't know, de-swell or whatever, let's talk about some. So I'm reading One for the Money by Janet Manovich, or whatever. However you say her last name. I'm sorry, Janet. And I'm reading Little Women. And Reed and I were listening to Golden Sun the second in the Red Rising series, but he's not here right now. And he's not always in a mood to listen to an audiobook, so that one's been pretty slow going. I was reading The Silmarillion, but then I lost it, and then I found it, and then I moved, and I lost it again. So that's on pause, because I don't know where it is. And then I'm listening to both The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt and The Half-Blood Prince, because I meant to do like a whole reread of the books this year. But I forgot that I always have to take a break after the 5th book because I don't like it and it is very long. It's not that I don't like it, like in the grand scheme of books, but like I don't like it in the scheme of Harry Potter books. So yeah, I usually have to take a break after the 5th book before I finish the series. Just because for some reason that book like burned me out on the series for a while. I just think that like as much as I understand what Harry is going through in the 5th book, and I think the characterization makes sense, and so do his actions, it's still hard to read from. And Umbridge is also like the most miserable character I think I've ever had to read about, and so those two things combined, like, and that's nothing new. Everybody says those things about the book, but it does mean that it's quite difficult to just roll on with the series after that, especially because like I don't love the 6th book. I don't have anything against it, but it's not like, it's probably not even in my top 3 or even my top 4 favorite Harry Potter books. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. It's my 5th favorite. Yeah. The only 2 I like less than that are the 2nd and the 5th, so. You know, tea. So yeah, those are the 6 books. I'm trying to finish One for the Money, because it's quite short. I'm not very far into it. I think I'm like literally a chapter into it and I set it down because I power listened through 2 Agatha Christie books instead, because that's the kind of person that I am, and I didn't go into that book realizing that Stephanie Plum was a bounty hunter, which is fine. It might be fine, but like it wasn't what I had been looking for when I picked up the book. But apparently the books are funny, so it's short. I'll chug it out, right? So I'm hoping to finish that. I'd like to find the Silmarillion and finish that next, because I started it, I feel like, in January or February, and I'd like to finish it before the year's out, but I can't find it. So if I can find it, I will halt Little Women to finish it. I'm currently reading Little Women like a chapter a day because it's really episodic, and so it's easy to read it that way. Like, every chapter feels like its own little episode, so it's easy to pick it up, read a chapter, and put it down. I'm just chugging through that book that way, but I'd really like to finish the Silmarillion reread this year. I just, lost it for months. For some reason, did not chug through it when I found it. Put it somewhere when I packed and have somehow not found it, even though we've unpacked every box, so it's probably in some kind of bag or something, but whatever. Then after that, and One for the Money, and Little Women, because I'll finish the audiobooks sometime in that span, because they're like a different breed. I'm hoping to finish all of those by November so that I can read Starsight when it comes out on November 5th. That's the sequel to Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Who's surprised? My hand hurts too much to write. I don't really have anything to talk about. This is why I usually edit videos and don't just live stream. Because, like, my videos have a lot of, like, before I edit them, like, a lot of dead air. So, I can edit that out there. Can't do it here, but, you know, whatever. Like, this isn't bad, but, like, if you've ever had tea that's, like, not steeped enough, it's just like drinking, like a hot LaCroix, I guess, like a non-bubbly hot LaCroix. I don't like LaCroix. I don't have, like, any flavor. So, that's the problem here. This might not even have caffeine in it. Because I think it's technically like an herbal tea. I don't think it's technically a chai. Hence why I still have a headache. That's not food, by the way. That's the tea bag from this tea. It's cool. Alright, let's persist through this hand cramp. I'd say finish this chapter, but there's just no effing way. So. Okay, my handwriting is getting to that point where it's almost illegible because my hand is cramping so much. So I am going to go take some more leave, take a break from writing, and maybe do some typing writing. Again, trying to hit like 4,000 or 5,000 words today. We're probably at like a solid 2,500, so about halfway there. So, we're gonna go. We being me, because that's the bad habit that I've formed. So I'm gonna go, probably try and read a chapter of that or something, and then maybe crank out that extra 2,500 words, and maybe eat dinner. Who knows?